Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy GZTV. Sorry I'm far from the mic, but we are back with another video. We're here to talk about the 26th episode overall of The Sopranos. This is the season finale of the show's second season. I actually didn't know this when I was about to make this video, but I found out by my notes, and I look on Wikipedia for stuff too. So yeah, this was the season finale, and it makes sense because there was a pretty big event that went on, so let's just go ahead and talk about it. We're going to kind of get through the plot of the thing and even give a little bit of a review. We're not going to have much to say about it, but yeah, it's going to be a short episode, a short little review here. I got to get going. I'm probably going to do a little bit of homework after this before I go to our club basketball team's games, but let's get into it. So Tony is sick from food poisoning and he has vivid fever dreams, and it makes for a a really interesting viewing experience. In one, he is having sex with Dr. Melfi in her office. In another, a dead fish on a slab speaks to him with Pussy's voice and says he is working for the government, and Tony knows it. That is why Tony passed him over for promotion. And these dreams pretty much gave Tony the cue to go out and kill Pussy. Which, that's what they did, right? That wasn't a dream, was it? Maybe not. It's so weird. This episode was so weird, you couldn't tell what was a dream and what wasn't. But, as soon as he can, Tony goes with Silvio to Pussy's home, outside of the dream, I think. I don't know. Pretending he is still sick, Tony rushes to the toilet. While the rest are downstairs, he searches the bedroom and finds Pussy's wire. Again, kind of giving him confirmation. He finds evidence that Pussy did this, and he is a rat. So, they gotta take him out because he's been working with Skip Lipari for who knows how long now, obviously. And they catch wind of this, and it's like, yeah, you can't do that in the Mafia, even if you want to get a lighter sentence. That's just selfish on your part. So Tony says he wants Pussy to see a boat he is thinking of buying, and the three of them drive to it. It's pretty much a setup, though. Paulie is already there, which is obviously super weird. Pussy probably shows up, and he's like, what the hell is this? This seems weird. But he still kind of just goes with the flow. He has a lot of naivete there in his character. So they take the boat out to open water. In the cabin, Tony asks Pussy when he flipped, when exactly he did it. So after hesitating, he says it was 18 months ago, less, and he only supplied disinformation, but he admits that he told them about the crew's current money-earning scam involving telephone calling cards, which is a terrible thing. Telling them a true thing about any of their single schemes is a bad thing. So, yeah. He asks for a drink, and Tony permits it. He tells a smutty story, and the guys laugh. Just kind of, they still have respect for this guy. This is still, a lifelong friend of theirs. They don't want to do this with, super malicious intent, but they have to do it, because if he keeps doing this, if he keeps ratting, and I'm really interested to see the aftermath, what Skip Lipari's reaction is going to be, because I feel like the show is definitely going to implement him a lot more after this, so yeah. He goes to the other... Alright, my bad. So, yeah, I gotta go after this probably. Okay. So, he goes to the other end of the cabin while he is asking if he can sit down. Tony, followed by Silvio and Paulie, shoots him dead. Yeah, again, they had to do it. It was kind of it had to happen. But, Paulie removes his identifying jewelry, and together they bind his bagged body in chains and weights, throw him off the back of the boat, and watch him sink into the ocean. So it's obviously a pretty sad story, but yeah. So Meadow graduates from high school, of course, something that has been developing for a while. So at the ceremony, Tony tells Christopher that he's putting him up to become a made man because of Pussy being a rat, and it seems like Christopher is going to take his spot, and that's going to make season 3 super interesting. He also meets Davey, whose wife has left him. He's living a terrible life. He's going to work on a ranch out west where there are flights to Las Vegas. His son, who is accepted by Georgetown University, is going to Montclair State University instead because of a money pinch. they don't have any money. Obviously, we've been kind of following them throughout this season, and we realize that they don't have that much money. So, shortly after Janice's departure, Tony and his younger sister Barbara arrive at Livia's home to discuss her permanent living arrangements. Now that what's her name, Janice, can't take care of her. So Barbara's husband won't allow her to live with them, and the retirement home will not have her back. Yeah, so it's a weird situation. I mean, angrily, Tony gives her 2 airline tickets with which she and her sister can fly first class to Tucson, is that what they call it? Where another sister's living, so she can go in there and just live with her, you know. But the tickets were obtained through the bust out of Davy's store, and Livia is detained by Newark International Airport for possessing stolen airline tickets. And she's like, "What? I knew Tony would do this. I knew you would get me set." You know how she is. You know how her character is. And obviously you guys have most likely watched this episode if you're watching the video right now. So FBI agents arrive at Tony's home with a search warrant, and he is led away handcuffed in front of Meadow and some of her friends. Her graduation ceremony and party are the next day, but reassured by his lawyer, he is released in time for both. Obviously, they have to hire the best of the best to get him out of there. Quintina Blundetto, younger sister of Livia Soprano, is introduced. Patsy Parisi was a soldier in the crew. Obviously, Pussy died. That was kind of important. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's one of the better episodes of the series so far, for sure. It's quite amazing, and it got nominated for awards, and I don't disagree with it. I totally understand that. But yeah, I don't really have much to say. Really good episode, obviously. Silvio does his The Godfather Part 3 Michael Corleone impersonation in that dream, which was funny. Tony's dream where Pussy appears as a fish, saying that the other fishes around him are asleep. Mirror quote from The Godfather. Again, this show damn near pays homage to every gangster film and pays homage to a lot of culture out there. So, again, there's not much to say. It was quite a concise episode. It was pretty a long episode, but it was pretty simple, you know, in what stories it told. So yeah, I don't really have much to say. I'm out. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it has been GZTV giving you guys another TV show episode, video, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. That is probably going to do it for content for the day because I'm super busy. Yeah, I wish I could get to more stuff, but again, I am super busy. I have some